Congratulations, Mr. President.
Just beginning, Bob.
She looks pretty.
It's a good time, George.
Great night, Mr. President. What a night.
Senator Dirksen, the president would be delighted if you join him in the Oval Office after the ball.
I will.
One thing I can say about the Great Society, it sure is crowded.
Up all night writing this one, Dick?
This is one speech I'll gladly disavow.
Got a clip in here. Quotes my honorable defeated opponent, Senator Gold. Calls my Secretary of Defense an IBM machine with legs. Outrageous! Now, I stand here tonight to tell you that I regard Bob McNamara here as not only one of the smartest, but one of the most humane men I know. And that goes for all my blue ribbon men you see here tonight. Yeah. Never in our history has there been such an abundance of brains and talent. Why, I got 3 or 4 Rhodes Scholars, 4 or 5 graduates of Harvard, a couple from Yale, and why, there's even one here tonight from Southwest Texas State Teachers College. And don't you know, that one rules the roost.
talking, Jack?
Commented.
Timing what?
The applause. He'll ask.
In a land of great wealth, families must not live in hopeless poverty. In a land rich in harvest, children just must not go hungry. In a land of healing miracles, neighbors must not suffer and die untended. In a great land of learning and scholars, young people must be taught to read.
Bit more volume,
and
please,
write.
Mr. President. I want to hear every brilliant word that Dick Goodwin wrote for your marvelous speech.
Goodwin? Who told you Goodwin wrote that speech? A dozen people work in my speeches. Nobody more than I do. Why, Jack here's been writing some of my best stuff for 7 years.
My penance for marrying away his last secretary, but thank you for the credit, Mr. President.
Good night, Jack.
Good night, Mr. President.
30 years or
Good
more,
night, Senator.
Good night, Jack.
with the resources I have had, I have vigilantly fought against them. I have learned
Yeah, Goodwin wrote maybe word or two.
it will not surrender.
Great being one, society the other.
Smart son of a bitch got that out of a book.
Before this generation
Now
of
listen to me,
Americans
Ev.
finish,
And listen well. You're a good friend. I don't want to see you retire prematurely. But as this reception plainly shows you, the American people ain't going to stand for you fellas on the other side of the aisle dragging your feet in any of my programs. Now, FDR passed a handful of bills in his first 100 days. I'm going to pass a bucketful. Poverty, education, health care. And I'm going to finish what I started on civil rights, too. I'm telling you, Jim Crow put a collar on more smart men, sure as they were sentenced to an Illinois chain gang.
Oh. I take offense, sir. We are most humane to our condemned.
the great society is my beautiful woman, Ev, and I'm taking her by the arm. And as the greatest Republican leader of this century, Everett Dirks is going to take her by the other and help me escort that lady home.
Yes, and knowing what is likely thence to ensue, Mr. President, that is where I shall take my leave.
Leonard, I apologize for interrupting. I thought perhaps you'd like some sandwiches from the kitchen.
Mrs. Johnson, my most abject apology. I have kept your husband far too long on this most festive occasion.
No.
Mr. President, heartfelt congratulations, sir.
That is.
Good night.
Good night.
We feel now that you will have forgotten in abundance what we learned in hardship. Democracy rests on faith. Freedom has more to give. The judgment of God is hard.
It was a wonderful speech, full of such hope and promise. Dick Goodwin asked what I thought, and I told him it was a magnificent job. And you delivered it so very well.
Thank you, honey.
Yes, you did.
What we own.
Nine p.m. unless you hear from me.
Morning, how are you? That for me, thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Secretary.
What have we got here? A crisis in every capital?
Just one.
This is one cable?
Not quite. Here's the rest of it.
The situation in Vietnam is continuing to deteriorate. We've been able to keep the noise level down since your campaign, but my guess is you'll be faced with a tough decision soon.
How soon? I got 19 million older folks can't see a doctor. 33 million under the poverty line. I can't have Congress distracted. Now, how soon, Bob?
Very soon, Mr. President. I hate to have to report this to you, but Max Taylor says here that Viet Cong enlistment is increasing rapidly. and that Saigon can't continue much longer to provide security for our advisors down there and fight an insurgency at the same time.
Why not? How many men does South Vietnam have out there fighting?
200,000. VC have about 34,000.
Well, how the hell can 34,000 lick 200,000?
Well, historically, a 10-to-1 ratio minimum is required for a guerrilla situation, and there's no way that South Vietnam could achieve that on their own. Now, we've kept our powder dry through the elections and the holidays, waiting for some stability in the South, waiting.
Mr. President. What a night.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Just the beginning, Bob.
She looks pretty.
Have a good time, George.